Hi coders, my name is Bhupinder and I welcome you to my channel Adaptive Learning. So today's video we are going to see how we can implement the JSON Web Token functionality in Fastify. Basically we are going to work with JOT in this and we will protect our route, whatever the route we have made so far we will protect all of them, but in today's video I will protect all those routes individually. I will not make any middleware or any function who can work as a whole, so that the single function can protect all the route. That is not going to happen in this video, but we will definitely cover that in next video. Okay, so for protecting route, I will use JSON Web Token. So let me take you to the official JOT JSON Web Token. Guys, give me a minute. I guess I'm not connected with the internet. Only this my internet. Yes, now I have connected to the internet. So I was telling you I was about to I use JSON Web Token. This is the dependency that I am going to install. I will not install because I have already installed it in our application, and this is the dependency which you have to install it in your system. Okay. So if you don't install it, it will not work. You have to install it. Okay. Let me show you. I have already done it. As you can see, this is the dependency right here. Okay. So if you have installed it, now we are on the same page. Okay, we can start typing the code. For that, what we have to do, we have to first make a folder, and that will be jot. Uh, that will be jot, and inside jot folder, what I'll do, I'll simply create a new file that will be jot.js, and in this file, what we have to do, uh, we have to const. First, we have to require that uh, JSON Web Token, and then we are going to use two function of it. First one is sign and the second one is verify. Alright, like this. Okay, and then we will make a function. Uh, we will make the same function as we have been making in the routing file. If I show you, uh, I am going to make this function directly. I'm not making a separate file for function. I will also make a function in the same file. So in this file I'll have route as well as the function. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll simply async function and then the function name routes. Okay, and then I will take a Fastify as a parameter. Let me take it Fastify, and in this function the first endpoint that is I'm going to make, which is post, because first thing what the user will do, user will try to log in the application. For logging, user will need two things. First is username or either email id, and the second one is password. For that we will make a post route. We have to send some data to the server. Okay, and that route slash login, and here I'll simply take request and respond, and this will be my arrow function like this. And here I'll take username request dot body dot username. The second thing, let password equal to request dot body dot password. All right. And then what I'll do, I'll simply make one more constant here of payload, and in this payload I'll simply like this username and the password. All right, all right. And now what we do, we will make another variable that is token, and inside the token we will use sign, the function that we have uh, imported from JSON Web Token dependency. And in this, first will be our payload that we provide, and the second thing, the secret. The secret will be secret. Okay, and the third thing is the algorithm and the expiration we have to tell. So what algorithm we are going to use, and how much time it will take to expire the token that we are going to give it. Okay, the first thing I will provide algorithm, and algorithm will be SS256, and the expiration expired time which I'm going to provide it will be 1 day. So we can simply write this 1 day. Okay, so after writing this, what we can do now, uh, we can send this status 200, and then send, and in the send token will be token. All right, like this, and we can simply export this function module dot export, and this will be drop. Okay, now we have to import this function in server.js. So we will go inside server.js, and we will require that function here. Okay, const uh, then require, and then it will be inside, oh, where it is taking us, jot, inside jot we have a, what is happening here? Just jot, we do have a file jot.js, but let me guys see what is happening here. No, this is not what we want. What is happening? I really don't understand. So if I give this like this helper and then jot, right? Don't, oh, sorry guys, something was going inside my mind and I wasn't focusing on this. It is there, but I just couldn't see it. And then we want jot dot, yes, okay. And then what we want from it, we want route function, right? And then what we can do here, we can simply uh, uh, just below it we can register this uh, route by writing this route. Okay, so now if we go on Postman and we try to make a request, now we will go local host 3000 slash login, and here it is a post request and we want to send some data to the server. So we have to provide a body means the username and the password, right? So for that I'll simply type here username, and that will be Bhupinder, and the password that I'm going to use password, and that will be Bhupi. Okay, and now if I hit the send button, we should be able to see the token. Yes, this is the token we are getting. If we take this token and try to decrypt it with the JSON JWT official website, just replace the token that we have here. As you can see, we are using, there's a three things. Header algorithm that we are using, it is HS256 and the type jot, and the payload that we are providing it, username Bhupinder and the password is case, and the issue date is 3 of December, and the time, and the expired date is 4th of December, right? And the, you can, and double code your, you can also provide, like in the previous video maybe I have also made a video about JSON. Let me, JSON web token, let me show you that video. This is the video here, I have already talked about the security of the JSON. It is up to you guys. You can encode that payload to base 64. It is up to you. The more security you provide, it is better for you. Okay, but in this video we are not going to provide base 64. Okay, we will keep it simple. So we are able to generate the token, right? Now we will, make one function that will verify it, whether it is, whether it is a valid user or not, whether it, whatever the route we will, try to access, whether that route has the authorization or not, we will see that, and we will see that through that function. Okay, so what I'll do, guys, I'll simply here create one more function, and then function will be, let me, function will be async, and then authenticate authenticate. What is happening? Authenticate, or what we can say, authenticate. Okay, and authenticate, yes, and this will be my function. This will be my function, right? And in this function, what I'll do, I'll simply take two things first. I will first let maybe I'll simply, let, and then uh, we will have a request dot headers. In this header we will be getting the authorization, and we can, uh, get that authorization like this. And then what we will do, uh, we will simply first console.log authorization to see whether we are getting or not. Okay, and what we can do now, we can simply export this function authenticate, and we will, want this function inside customer.route, and here we will, import that function require, and then what we want, the function, and here we want function from jot, and this will be jot. Yes, okay. And what we want from it, we want authenticate function, and we will provide this function here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll type a pre handler, and then the function name, or not this one, and the authenticate function. Okay, to see this action, first we will, open the Postman, and inside Postman we will simply come here and try to hit the send button and see what we get. We are getting the response, it is working fine, but we have to check the, it is saying undefined. Okay, that means right now we are not providing any authorization. What if we start providing the authorization? So for that, what I'll do, I'll simply copy this token from here and give it to here. I'll type here authorization and the token here. Now if I hit the route now, if I hit the send button now, we will be able to see the token. As you can see guys, we are able to see the token. That means we are able to access the token right now. Okay, but now we have to provide here some validation and the some logic. Okay, so what we can do right now, we will check first if if authorization is there. If authorization is there, what we can do here right now, we can simply let token equal to authorization. Okay, authorization like this. Okay, and then we can also verify it. uh, Let me first write down the else condition here. If authorization is not there, what we can send to the back to the user, that is status, that is 401, that is send, and it will be unauthorized unauthorized user. Okay, like this. And then what we can do here, uh, if we are getting the token, then we can move forward to verify it. So for verify, we will use verify that we have imported from the JSON web dependency, and we will simply provide the first token, and the second thing the secret, the third thing it will be callback function, and here I'll take two parameter. First one is error and the second one is decoded. Okay, and I'll check for it. Oh, what is happening? And if I get error, or if error is there, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send response dot status to 403, and inside that send, and here I'm provide forbidden 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 user. It means that you are able to get the token, but there's something something miscellaneous, or token may be damaged. That's why it will give you 403. Or if you do something, or if you change something inside the token, then it is going to give you 403, right? And if everything is goes well, if everything goes well, then in that case we are uh, we are mm, we are saving the decoded user inside. We are taking out the user or the payload. So let me take the, and maybe I'll also console it to check console.log decoded. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, then we will type the other code. So we now if I hit the send button now, that still it is working, no doubt. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we are getting this thing. Okay, so what we can do right now here, we have to, if we want to decode it, we can extract the username. Okay, like this. And let's see, if we don't provide the authorization, then what happens? If we don't provide the authorization, it says unauthorized user 401. As you can see guys, it is working. If you don't have access token of that particular user, like you are logging into website, you must have the first email address and the password. If your email address and the password is correct, then it is going to create a token. If email address and the password is incorrect, then it is not going to create a token. Just suppose your email address and the password is correct, then it has created a token for you, and with that token you can access the other other module of the website, like your profile setting, you can access other route of your application. Same thing, it is happening here, right? So if I want to see the users, list of the users, if I have that token I can access those users. If I don't have, I can't. Then it will say unauthorized user. As you can see, if I have authorization, it will give me all the customer which I have in my DB. But if I don't have that authorization here, it will provide me unauthorized user. So guys, this is the way it is going to work. Okay, and this is working, right? But what is wrong here? Let me tell you. For each endpoint, we have to provide this pre-handler, authenticate. We have to provide this thing to each handler, which is tedious work to do. Like you have to provide this thing to each endpoint. Okay, but this is not the good way. In the next video I will make a single function that will we will provide that function in the server.js, and here the function, we will provide that function here, and with that function we will be able to protect all the route, whatever the route we have, customer, user, uploads, everything will be protected. And so that I'm going to tell that thing in the next video. Okay, now if I check another routes, let me check another routes. It is working fine. Now if I want to the customer of ID4, so what I will do here, I'll simply customer and then pass the ID4. Okay, it will provide me the user 4. Okay, as you can see we are getting only user 4, but if I don't provide the authorization, it will give me unauthorized user. As you can see guys, it is working. And if I if I change something in the token, let's say I delete 4, and then what it gives us, it will provide us forbidden. That means we are getting the token but token is not correct, something is missing from the token. So that is what it is giving 403. Okay, I hope guys you are getting the the functionality of this code. So guys, this is what I really wanted to show you. And in the next video I will make us a middleware, or you can say a function that will that will manage all our routes and will protect all our route, whatever the route we have in our application, that will be protected by that single middleware. Okay, and after that we will right now we are, what we are doing here, if I try to show you, we are dealing with we are taking the email address and the password from the UI side, right? For UI means postman, because both are same, because here we are providing the input. Okay, but what we will do after making the middleware, we will connect this thing to our database MySQL. We will create a table where username and the password will persist, and from there we will check if the user is present inside the database, then only it is going to generate the token. After generating the token, then we will we will verify our token. Okay, and then after 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 checking the user in the DB, then one more thing we will do, we will also make our this password field encrypted. Okay, we will save the password as a encryption in the database. Okay, so there's a lot to come in the future. So guys, if you're liking the content, please subscribe to my channel and share this video to your fellows. And thank you so much guys for watching this video till the end. Bye bye, take care.